Every ECW November to remember, if the WWF champion came into the ECW arena and faced off against the ECW champion. 1993, Sabu versus Yokozuna. Fuck yeah, doggy. Put this directly into all of my orifices. I can't even wrap my head around like what this match would be. It's an ECW match. Keep in mind, these are all ECW matches. So there's chairs, there's sketchy tables and ladders, there's fans bringing toasters from their house to use as weapons. This is a proper ECW match. My initial thought is that this would rule ass. I mean, 1993 Yoko against Sabu. Sabu throwing chairs at Yoko. Yoko putting Sabu through tables. I need this. 1994 Shane Douglas versus Bret Hart. I think we might have. I'm sure we got a Dean Douglas versus Bret Hart match at some point. It was probably very okay. I don't love this match because Shane Douglas, he stood out in ECW because of how technically proficient he was in comparison to a lot of the other guys there at the time. Bret Hart coming in kind of takes that advantage away, which gives us kind of just an okay match. But I'd pay to see it. Well, I don't know if I'd pay to see it. I'd find it somewhere and watch it. 1995, Mikey Whipwreck versus Diesel. Poor Mikey. Poor Mikey. I mean, it's ECW, so Mikey probably wins this one because he wins everything in ECW. But I'd like to see Diesel put poor Mikey through the mat with a jackknife. I think that'd be some fun stuff. Diesel. This is prime Kevin Nash in terms of in-ring stuff. So this might be kind of fun, or it might be shit. It's definitely one of the two. There's no in between. 1996, Sandman versus Shawn Michaels. You talk about two ends of the spectrum. Holy moly. Again, I'm just trying to picture this. I'm just trying to like create an image of what this match would be in my head. A lot of Singapore canes. Does Shawn like go into hardcore? But now that I'm thinking about it, it was around the time period where Shawn had that amazing match at Mind Games against Mankind. So I feel like this could be along a similar vein, maybe more towards the hardcore end of the spectrum than the technical side. So with that being said, this actually might be low-key really good. 1997, Bam Bam Bigelow versus Shawn Michaels. I'm sure we got this in like 94, 95 at some point. Probably pretty decent. I think it'd only be better in 97, so sure, why not? Throw it at me. Throw it inside me. What? 1998, Shane Douglas versus Vacant. I'm telling you, man, Vacant can't get away from this Vacant. He pops up in all of these videos. So for context, this is when the title in WWF was vacated due to a controversial finish between Kane, Undertaker, and Stone Cold. So they put the title up, and it was put on the line at Survivor Series in the Deadly Games tournament, which The Rock famously won and turned heel, joined the corporation, etc., etc. So does Shane Douglas just win this tournament instead in this scenario? Or does he just win the match by default? I mean, Shane's used to winning things by default and just getting things handed to him, I guess. 1999, Mike Awesome versus Triple H. I feel like Triple H isn't going to be taking those powerbomb bumps over the top rope through tables. So this is probably just okay, but it piques my interest. It's got me half chubbed at least. 2000, Jerry Lynn versus Kurt Angle. Well, fuck Jerry Lynn, first of all, but the match itself be pretty good. Jerry Lynn, Kurt Angle, 2000. Yeah, I think it might be better in like 2 or 3 years. But I think this would be pretty fun. Probably the only like really good pure wrestling match in this video, but sure, I like it. Jerry Lynn, Kurt Angle, have they ever wrestled each other? I don't think so. Maybe on like Jacked or something. And just for funsies, 2006, The Big Show versus John Cena. Like if this was at December to Dismember. I mean, this couldn't have made that I was about to say this couldn't have made that pay-per-view any worse, but taking away that Elimination Chamber just to have Show versus Cena, yeah, actually would have. So probably good that we didn't have this. Probably shouldn't have even included this in this video. I think it kind of just ends it on a plotting note. So, you know, that's ECW for you.